the Terra Blast into the Rotom Wash here. Let's see, can we get some damage? Rain is something that was nerfed heavily in Generation 9 with the lack of the move Scald, which was one of the best ways Rain was able to do offensive and accurate damage. However, the 2017 World Champion has made a Rain team and is pretty powerful. This team uses Damrock Pelipper to set up the Rain, enabling Drednaw's Swift Swim ability, and allows Palafin to do massive amounts of damage with Jet Punch and Wave Crash. The Drednaw's Terra Grass helps to ignore Amoonguss Rage Powder and Spore to fire off strong liquidations while hitting other water types such as Rotom Wash with a super effective hit. Amoonguss helps against Trick Room and Dondozo teams. Hydreigon is great against electric, grass, and dragon types the Rain users don't appreciate, while Goldango benefits from Tailwind and the Rain helping cover for its fire weaknesses while spreading out some really strong damage. Dondozo, Tatsugiri, the Meowscarada, Arcanine, Grimmsnarl, Goldengo. Okay, now you gotta watch out for the Tatsugiri and the Dondozo. That combination is actually really scary right here. I do have a Clear Smog Amoonguss, but it's definitely not going to be enough, actually. I actually don't know what my main response to it is. I guess it's going to be my Drednaw. I'm probably going to have to go for some really strong hits off the bat. Goldengo is actually just kind of terrifying, but maybe they don't bring it. Goldengo is kind of weird against my team where I have a lot of... I mean, I have a Hydreigon, I have my own Goldengo, I have water types, so I don't know if they actually bring it. But I think I'm going to go with my... the only problem is I just don't ever get switched to Meowscarada if I'm leading the Amoonguss, but I think I am going to go with my Amoonguss plus the Palafin lead, and then in the back, the Pelipper. I want the Rain Up and Drednaw so I can actually outspeed the Dondozo. I actually don't know what the main strategy is to beat the Dondozo, especially if it's sub Dondozo, because the only way I really beat it is with Clear Smog Amoonguss. Maybe I can catch them off guard. Like if they lead it immediately, I can go out into my... I could sack one of my Pokemon, bring out the Drednaw, and break the sub using the Terra Blast, and they might not expect it. But yeah, this is Terra Grass. We are going to see the Grimmsnarl Meowscarada lead. Okay. So this is a lead I was kind of scared of, but at this point kind of had to deal with it. This is probably going to be Flower Trick and a Light Screen. Maybe a Taunt coming out here. Pelipper is going to be coming out here, and we're going to go for a Clear Smog immediately into Meowscarada. I need to kind of break through that Mon. That Mon's a bit of a problem. Grimmsnarl I can kind of leave alone. It's just the back. I think it has to be the Dondozo here plus the Tatsugiri. And I need Amoonguss healthy. As long as I need Rain Up too to beat the Dondozo. I guess I don't need Rain Up actually. Yeah, I don't need it specifically. Fake Out and Flower Trick. Good play. Okay. So gonna hit the Pelipper, the crit, guaranteed right here. Life Orb Chip, which is fine. Amoonguss flinches. I do not want Pelipper going down here. I'm protecting and I'm going for a Clear Smog. And then hopefully I can maybe put the... I really want to hope that I can put the Meowscarada into range of Jet Punch, which is kind of my goal right now with this. I do have multiple turns of rain with the Damp Rock, but this is not looking like a fun start. This team is like... The thing about their team is it requires a lot for me to actually even like manage an even position. So we do go for the Protect here. Should be Flower Trick. Thunderwave into Amoonguss. Okay, so no screens here. I don't think it screens Grimmsnarl then if it's Fake Out Thunderwave. All right, so it's probably like Parting Shot, Spirit Break, or Spirit Break, Sucker Punch, Flower Trick into Pelipper. Please get the Clear Smog off. Nice. Okay, that's damage to put in Jet Punch range. Okay, at least I'm pretty sure that's Jet Punch range. If it isn't, I'm gonna be pretty sad, but we're gonna go for a Hurricane, I guess, and we're gonna go for the Spore here into the Grimmsnarl because I want to Spore the Grimmsnarl so I don't get Thunderwave with my Palafin. And then we're gonna start getting some chip damage with Clear Smog and putting things into... Oh, that's perfect, actually. That's pretty good for me. Okay. Because if I can get Spore off into Grimmsnarl and then a Clear Smog knockout into Meowscarada, I could even save the Pelipper if I want to, which is pretty good here. All right. They could also just double out too. Spirit Break, that's not going to KO Pelipper, is it? Yeah, Pelipper has a really good physical defense, and if it only took half from the Flower Trick, it's definitely not KOing. Nice, we're able to get the Spore off. Perfect, okay. So, not a bad turn, I'm going to be able to go for... How many turns of Rain are left? I think I just Protect. I know it's obvious, but like... They can't switch in Dondozo. I guess they could. The way you get Dondozo in is if you A, hope for the para, or B, you switch in the Tatsugiri specifically has to be in the Meowscarada slot, and then you have to go for the Grimmsnarl into Dondozo, because that's how you avoid the Clear Smog. I think the Clear Smog's pretty obvious into the Meowscarada, but like I always go for it here because if I can get rid of Meowscarada, that's the biggest threat to my team. So I'll just go for it. I get the Protect off. If I get parried, it's unfortunate, but it's like not too bad. Knockoff does so much damage. Gets rid of my Citrus Berry, a Life Orb chip. Oh, if I get parried here, this is really bad. And since I said it, I'm gonna jinx it, aren't I? Oh, okay. Get the Clear Smog off. All right, the game plan's still not easy yet. Definitely not easy yet because I still have to get through these Pokemon. I get Clear Smog the Grimmsnarl slot. If it is Tatsugiri plus Dondozo. If Dondozo comes in, then I Clear Smog it always. Because well, actually, no, I can't Clear Smog it. Actually, Dondozo should probably come in. They have it. Yeah, that makes sense. Because they threaten to KO on Amoonguss now. So Tatsugiri is going to come in. All right. This is not easy here, but manageable. I'm going to go out into... I guess I don't need Palafin as much anymore. I'm definitely going hard. I think I'm switched, double swapping here. Yeah, I'm double swapping here. Palafin's gonna have to take a hit. This should always be the Tatsugiri switch for the Grimmsnarl and a KO into Amoonguss. I'd imagine it's always order up here. It should always be. We'll find out. Maybe I can beat this thing with pure like grass pressure. If this is Dragon though, like if this is Dragon on the Dondozo, we're screwed. It did switch Grimmsnarl out though, which I'm very surprised about actually. Because the Amoonguss switched out first. Okay, 0 to hero. And Terra immediately. Okay, this is really good information because I get to find out what they actually are. Gonna be the Terra Water Dragon or Flying. I was not expecting that one. Are you subbing here? Sub is like scary. Okay, they wake up. Go for the Sucker Punch. Perfect. Because I switched. Okay, I guess I don't Terra Grass anymore. They Terra Blast. Okay, so it's Terra Flying. All right, that makes Amoonguss a lot worse, actually. All right. But on the bright side, this should always be a swap here. Unless they protect Thunder Wave, which I guess they could. I don't really see much benefit to it, though. That means I don't Terra with this thing ever. I guess I'm going to Terra with the Palafin, then. I might as well just... Yeah, I'd Terra with the Palafin, I guess. Because nothing else gets a good Terra here. Maybe Amoonguss? No, Terrifier, yeah, no shot. No shot am I doing that. Okay. Rock Slide or Liquidation? Rock Slide super effective. Liquidation stab. It's in the rain too. I think Liquidation's stronger. And it doesn't miss, which is the more important part. And then I'm gonna go for a Wave Crash into the Tatsugiri. No switch. They really just do not want to switch. I guess Grimmsnarl's going for... I didn't think they would because like Jet Punch is something that I could just go for into Grimmsnarl and potentially pick up a knockout even if I'm like a boosting item. So I'm kind of surprised that Tatsugiri is just never coming in right here. They do just protect. Okay. They did get me though. But if I did Jet Punch, would have been scary. I mean, I don't really mind the Thunder Wave here. Since this is Terra Blast, I imagine order up in a water type move, I guess. I go for the Wave Crash into the Dondozo. This is definitely... If you don't switch out to Grimmsnarl now, I'll be super shocked. And if you don't, you get heavily punished by a double up into the Dondozo, which will pick up the knockout, I imagine. I'm just going to go for Liquidation and Wave Crash. Okay. Like, why aren't you... There's no way you did bring Tatsugiri. It has to be in the bag. It has to be. But I don't think that's a bad play from my opponent getting the Thunder Wave off now that I think about it, just because if you lose Grimmsnarl, it's not even that bad. You just... I guess you get stuck with the last two, but it's like still not the worst situation. We are going to see the Tatsugiri come out, Commander. Just got to watch out that I have enough HP on the Palafin to actually win, or at least one of my attacking mons, because Tatsugiri could actually probably clean up with Draco Meteor. It does a strong hit at least. All right. But we'll find out. So this thing boosted up. The heck, Wave Crash gonna come out. I'm surprised I'm faster. So that is not max speed. That's confirmed. That does so much damage. I guess that rain boost, but that did so much damage. Liquidation, I'm still faster because of the rain. Okay, maybe I didn't need Amoonguss after all. What's an Amoonguss? Okay, Earthquake. I don't think this KOs. This, or Palafin at least. Yeah, it's KOing the Drednaw. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. It's leftovers? It makes sense. Is this the last turn of rain? My turns of rain are left. I wish they let me check the turns of rain. I don't think they do. I go into Amoonguss here, I guess, because I was thinking like I could get in Pelipper and just Hurricane the Tatsugiri. This is still fine. I can go for a Spore into the Tatsugiri slot and the Jet Punch, which still works out pretty evenly for me. So yeah, we go for the Spore here. Gonna go for the Jet Punch, which is gonna KO. Nice. No Protect either to stall lefties, which I'm a bit surprised about, but Jet Punch does pick up the knockout. Goodbye. Goodbye, Dondozo. And we are going to see the Tatsugiri. Don't get parried. If we get parried, it's a little bit annoying. Nice. Big Spore off into Tatsugiri. And we Protect Avoid the Fake Outs. We can Spore the Grimmsnarl slot and Rain's over. Okay, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect here. At least I'm pretty sure. I guess I could still lose. Actually, I could still very easily lose. It's still nowhere near over. Let's go for a Clear Smog. I mean, is there a point of really sporing? I guess I Clear Smog the Grim. I'm going to Clear Smog the Grim and I'm going to Protect. I actually don't know Jet Punch. Jet Punch in the rain, I guess, with the Terra should KO now that I think about it. So maybe Clear Smog Tatsugiri just getting damage off is nice. They do fake out to the Palafin, which makes sense here. And Tatsugiri gonna be staying asleep. The problem that I have here is the Tatsugiri Dracomir is actually going to do some decent damage, and one of the problems with the Amoonguss is Clear Smog is getting rid of those stat decreases, and I'm definitely going down to attacks from the Tatsugiri in the late game, so not exactly the best scenario, but I mean, Jet Punch here into the Grimmsnarl is always a play. I avoid the Thunder Wave, I KO the Grim, and then Ice Punch the Tatsugiri if I survive the turn. I don't know if they Muddy Water here though. I could be losing both Pokemon. Then I have to hope for Amoonguss also Para. So it's definitely still not an over game. Let's see, Jet Punch. If this stays asleep, I think I have a very, very high chance of winning. If I don't, it gets dicey. So are you still asleep on the Tatsugiri? Nice. Okay. That's really good here. That's really good here. And then I'm going to go out into Amoonguss, back into Amoonguss, and I'm going to go for a... Actually, no. I'm going to attempt to Helping Hand, because Tatsugiri runs max speed, but the Palafin is faster than Tatsugiri normally, so I need as much damage as I can possibly get, so I might as well just go for the Helping Hand Ice Punch here into the Tatsugiri. Wait. Jet Punch just... Okay, yeah, no, it's just a Grimmsnarl, like Grimmsnarl slot. It's such a weird thing in Scarlet and Violet, how the Fainted Mon, if it's like still one Pokemon remaining, still shows up. Okay, yeah, Ice Punch. Okay, I do enough damage. I should win. And they stay asleep to guarantee it. Nice. Okay, Palafin and Drednaw doing some damage. Oh, man, that's perfect. I guess I can Helping Hand and Jet Punch for the KO. Clean Jet Punch, as battle's gonna be forfeit. Beautiful. Palafin and Drednaw are really cleaned up there, as you saw. The Power of Rain outspeeding that Dondozo and doing a ton of damage, which I was surprised about at +2. That thing's pretty bulky with physical defense. Dragonite, Grimmsnarl, Goldengo, Rotom Wash, Amoonguss, Garchomp. All right, Rain looking pretty strong here. There is the Rotom Wash, but I do have a surprise Terra that could be awaiting them, so I really like that option right here. I don't need Tailwind. I don't need Tailwind at all immediately. I think I just go with the Drednaw plus the Palafin lead, because I want to switch out immediately to get the Pelipper Rain boost, and I might as well do it, right? Because it seems like if I lead Pelipper, I don't think I need the Tailwind up against this team specifically with the Drednaw's speed boost with Swift Swim, so I don't think it's necessary. Hydreigon's really good in the end game, but also Goldengo is pretty tempting. Also, actually, I should probably bring Goldengo. The Dragonites themselves could still be really scary. E-Speed endgame looks really difficult. Hydreigon's tempting though. Hydreigon is really tempting. I think Hydreigon could do so much work here, but let's just see how this goes. I am a little bit worried if they decide to bring their own Golden Go. If I was to expect what they would most likely bring, I'm assuming it's Rotom Wash is going to be brought here. I think it's pretty decent against my team. I think Grimmsnarl is probably being brought. I wouldn't be surprised to see both of them as the lead. And then I'd imagine like maybe like E-Speed Dragonite for a cleanup because Palafin could be a little bit scary. I don't think they bring Garchomp, but they definitely could, I guess. But we'll see. I don't think I don't know. Golden Go, Amoonguss, Garchomp don't seem like super amazing in the matchup. Unless it's Pollen Puff Amoonguss, maybe it's a bit better. But we are going to see Dragonite immediately. Okay. With the Palafin and the Drednaw lead right here. Okay. I think I'm just going to fire off a Rock Slide and swap into Pelipper immediately. I don't see a reason not to. And then next turn, because I want the rain up immediately. And then the next turn, I'll go out into, I guess I could have went into Golden Go too. Golden Go is not a bad play, but I kind of like having the speed advantage potentially right here. I could have flipped turn 2, but I'm worried about fake out or just Terra E-Speed just knocking out the Palafin. But maybe I should have just went to Golden Go in that case. I think Golden Go was actually a better play looking back at it because Golden Go could just fire off a Make It Rain right here. And with the Rock Slide chip, I should guarantee the KO even after screens. If this is Policy Dragonite, I will be... oh, that could be terrifying, but... oh, we'll see. Bring out the Pelipper for the rain. I don't think Pelipper is really important at all in this matchup. Unless they have a Amoonguss, I guess, in the back. But I don't see it. Extreme Speed, just regular. Okay. And Reflect. All right. So this works out in my favor. I am able to get the Rock Slide, assuming I hit. Very, very nice. Okay. Big Rock Slide here. Okay. Really good damage into Dragonite, too. I actually might pick up the knockout on the Dragonite without needing the Golden Go right here. So, gonna go for a Rock Slide here. And... ooh, do I expect him? I don't think you should Terra here. I really don't think you should Terra here. It could Protect if they have it. I don't think that's... I can't tell if that's banded because this Pelipper actually has bulk, so, and it has decent natural defense. I guess I should Tailwind here. Yeah, I think I should Tailwind here. If I lose Pelipper, I don't think it's that big of a deal. They waste their Terra, and it's not really... yeah, they don't get much out of their Terra, which I think is like pretty big. We're gonna see Rotom. Oh, the Drednaw, baby! The Drednaw with the Terra Blast is gonna come in clutch. They actually do Terra here. Okay. So that should allow them to KO my Pelipper. Yeah, it should allow them to KO my Pelipper. Okay. So I guess maybe, again, the Golden Go could have just been a better play overall. But I really don't mind this. I get Palafin in next turn. Rock Slide is going to do a good amount anyway. So they E-Speed here. Into the... oh, that doesn't even KO. That doesn't even KO. Oh, that's really silly. I guess it's still kind of awkward, actually. So the reason why this is awkward is... okay, so the reason this is awkward is because if they E-Speed my Drednaw, this is a very awkward position. So I'm actually going to Protect here. No, actually, Protect doesn't get me anything. Shoot. If they E-Speed, I don't know who they're E-Speeding. I mean, I think it's the Pelipper try to pick up the knockout, but you know what? I'm going to Terra Blast here. Hoping Drednaw has decent defense. It does have some natural decent defense being a rock type, so I imagine it could survive one and then just draw off the Hurricane. I don't think the Rotom Wash is expecting the big attack here, and I kind of need the damage too. Like, I really do need the damage in the Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash, if I can put that in Jet Punch range, that's huge. Unless their last Pokemon's Amoonguss, but then again, they really didn't bring much offense if that's the case, so I don't feel bad about it if that's the case. I think Golden Go would just win. E-Speed comes out. Is this in the Pelipper? Yep, it is in the Pelipper. Good. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. And the Terra Blast into the Rotom Wash here. Let's see. Can we get some damage into the Rotom? Oh, big knockout. I actually wasn't expecting that to knock out. I thought it would live by a sliver, but that's so good for me. Okay. That's amazing for me. I'm going to go out into Golden Go, I guess. Golden Go is just really good. It avoids Grimmsnarl Fake Out, Thunder Wave, anything that it really wants to do. And I just Protect and Make It Rain. And if they do go into Grimmsnarl, it might just be game over at that point. I don't see how they would come back in that case. Yep. Yep. Protect and Make It Rain, baby. And it is raining hard right here. Protect the Drednaw just in case E-Speed. I don't think the E-Speed's KOing though. Like, Dragonite's just not doing much damage. E-Speed does come out. Watch, they're going to try to Thunder Wave and Prey or something, but it doesn't work on the ability. Oh, they Light Screen. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But this is Choice Spec, so this is always KOing here. They had to go for it, though, because otherwise they would have just... Well, if I was not Choice Specs, I would maybe not KO'd the Dragonite or the Grim, but because I am Choice Specs, I do. So goodbye to both. I still have Tailwind turns, still have Rain Mons, still have a Palafin in the back. It's looking great right here. But, like, what can they have in the back that even comes back in this now that I'm thinking about it? Garchomp? Garchomp doesn't win them the game. Amoonguss doesn't win them the game. It is Garchomp, so I should win here. I have too many turns of Rain to abuse with the Damp Rock. Yeah, I have 4 turns of Rain. Like, they're probably protecting to stall out the Rain and the Tailwind. Because theoretically, if I wasn't Damp Rock, I'd just end Rain and Tailwind. And then Garchomp actually might have a chance if you get, like, a bunch of Rock Slide flinches. But because I have Rain, like, this is still over. Yeah, because they're going to protect here. But the protect does not matter in front of this amazing, amazing Drednaw right here. As... yeah, like Earthquake isn't even effective here because Drednaw's still going to survive. Liquidation's going to do a lot. Jet Punch is going to clean up even without the Rain. All I need is 1 hit. They have to get what? 4 protects, and they have to get super lucky. They need 3 protects. So 4 protects in a row plus... yeah, like I just don't see you coming back. And then you have to Rock Slide flinch everything. So Liquidation, huge damage, beautiful. Rough Skin recoil, but that's fine. Earthquake or Rock Slide? Gonna be... they choose Earthquake. Okay, maybe hoping for a crit KOing Drednaw, which I don't think does. Yeah, it doesn't. And you have to crit the Golden Goat too. But if the crit didn't even KO the Drednaw, I guess you could go for Double Protect, but Jet Punch is still winning. And a goodbye Garchomp as sealing the game. Drednaw, the Terra Grass, so good there. I mean, so good. I was surprised too that they KO'd the Rotom, but yeah, perfect. Dragapult, Meowscarada, Garchomp, Arcanine, Rotom-Wash, Goldengo. Alright, the biggest threat here is going to be the Meowscarada right here. I guess Dragapult and Rotom-Wash can also be pretty terrifying as well. Alright, so quite a few things I'm not a huge fan of. I do like not bringing... I definitely bring the Rain mode. Is Palafin worth it? Here's my question. I feel like it could be as a back Pokemon, but... little bit difficult. I do like Hydreigon though in this matchup a lot. This is definitely a matchup where Hydreigon can definitely shine. I want to lead Drednaw for sure. Drednaw's really good against my opponent's team. Drednaw plus... I think Drednaw Pelipper is probably okay here. I like the Palafin in the back and the Hydreigon. Yeah, I don't mind having this. I think Hydreigon's just so good for cleaning up because my opponent doesn't have any speed control other than potential Bulldoze on Arcanine and Garchomp, and maybe the Dragapult could provide something, but otherwise, yeah. Thunder Wave, I guess, on Rotom, but yeah, there really isn't much speed advantage that my opponent has here. The Terra, it's just really going to depend immediately. It's going to be decided on, like, I think it's going to be the Drednaw just to handle the Rotom Wash, but we'll see. The weird part about Palafin that I always find is on this team, I just don't want to lead it. Because Meowscarada is going to be such a big problem otherwise. And they do lead Meowscarada here. Okay. The Hydreigon's actually a pretty good lead here otherwise. Dragon Darts would be pretty scary. They're probably going to go for the Grass move, I'd imagine, into the Drednaw right here. So I could Terra and Rock Slide and then like 2-shot, which isn't a bad play. Because I'm pretty sure I would KO both of these Pokemon naturally. However, I could also just go out into Hydreigon for the Dark Pulse. That is risking Dragon Darts though. Dragon Darts is pretty scary to deal with otherwise. So I think in my best defense, it might just be better to go for the Terra and Rock Slide immediately. Or I could protect Hurricane. That's also another play. But if they double up the Pelipper, that's not a position I want. So I think I'm just going to go for that. And I'm going to go for Hurricane. I'm going to target down the Dragapult slot. Because I'm not super scared of Meowscarada immediately, although it can cause a lot of problems, right? But if I can get a double knockout the next turn with Rock Slide, it's really solid. I don't know who they're targeting though, because I have no idea what the Dragapult set is. It could be Willis for all I know, which could be pretty bad, but we'll see. They protected Meowscarada, okay. So I don't catch them with the Flower Gift. That's unfortunate. Rock Slide going to come out into the Dragapult. If we get a flinch, that would be amazing, but yeah, it is a 2-shot. I think I'm going to 2-shot both of them, so Rock Slide, don't mind it. They do have Will-O-Wisp. Okay, that's pretty bad because they now know that I do have the Terra. So that's a mistake of going for the Terra earlier. I wasn't sure if they were like the Bandit set, or Choice Band set on it, but on the Meowscarada at least. And then like Life or Dragapult, I've seen pretty common choice specs as well. I was hoping that they would tar down the Pelipper, but that's not how it worked out. All right, so I gotta save this Pokemon for Rotom Wash, but I guess Hydreigon can also beat Rotom Wash in Fury, so it's not even that bad. Let's find out who they bring. They are bringing out Arcanine. Okay, still a water type, baby, but okay. So Arcanine coming in. The thing is, they still can't really beat the Pelipper. That's kind of awkward part for them. They can't really beat the Pelipper. My best play is probably just to go out into the Palafin on the fire move. I don't know what they are even going to click. I think they double up the Pelipper, and I think that's fine if they do. I get a free switch to Hydreigon, so I'm going to go for Hurricane into Meowscarada and just swap here to reset this Intimidate, because I need damage in a Rotom Wash with the Terra later. They might switch out Meowscarada into Rotom Wash and maybe Protect. That is pretty passive, and I realistically don't mind it because Hydreigon's going to win in the end game at that rate. Hydreigon's looking really difficult for them to handle once again. Unless the Arcanine has Play Rough. I do got to watch out for that, so I will probably have to at least chip the Arcanine. Palafin comes in. Extreme Speed does come out, so I'm imagining this is a double up. If Pelipper could survive this, that'd be nice, and it's not Choice Band on the Meowscarada. Life Orb probably KOs, but otherwise... yeah, beautiful. This is really bulky Pelipper. They were probably expecting Sash, but this Pelipper, bulky. Goodbye, Meowscarada. Huge knockout right here. It might be down to Rotom Wash and Arcanine, and if that's the case, I'm looking really solid for this end game. All right. So this should be Rotom. I'd imagine it's Rotom. I can't imagine really anything else. Yeah, Rotom does come out. Beautiful. They haven't used their Terra yet, which I do got to watch out for, because if they're Terra Grass, that could still be really scary, but I switch into the Hydreigon here, and I guess I just protect Pelipper because I can Helping Hands and Draco Meteor slot the next turn. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good. I like the sounds of that. If they're going to double up the Hydreigon slot, I imagine it's like Flare Blitz plus Thunderbolt, which I think makes a lot of sense to cover for like a lot of the switches I can make, like a Moongus or or the E-Speed. That makes sense. It's doing a lot, actually. Okay, but they nasty plot. All right. So, kind of have to get a turn right here, actually, because of that nasty plot. All right. Because they can protect Rotom E-Speed, and if I don't KO the Arcanine, then it's actually kind of problematic. I kind of want to actually Helping Hand Earth Power the Arcanine slot. You know what? I will go for it. I think Rotom is more likely to protect. Unless they're Terra Normal. Don't tell me you're Terra Normal. Are you actually Terra Normal Arcanine? I completely forgot that could have been an option. I'm so used to just Terra Fire. Smart option for my opponent. Okay, that probably kills the Hydreigon. Can I still win? It's possible, but it's not looking as good now. Okay. All right. They do E-Speed. Good play on their part, though. Like, I have to give them props for that. But I didn't have a switch anyway, right? The best play I could have went for is Hurricane and hope Pelipper's faster than Rotom, which I kind of doubt since I don't think this Pelipper runs speed. Thunderbolt going to come out, okay? So the one positive note about this interaction is... oh, I have to play a mind game, don't I? I do have to play a mind game. So the situation now is the Rotom can protect if they have Protect, and they could go for double E-Speed attempt into my Drednaw, which probably does pick up the knockout. So I got to figure out, because I think Jet Punch and a Terra Blast would KO the Rotom, but now I have to call what they're going to make here. So if I call the Rotom Protect, the best play is to Wave Crash. Or maybe I could just Wave Crash Protect. I think Arcanine Protect is super unlikely here. So you know what? I think Protect here and Wave Crash is the right play. Like, even if they Protect Rotom, then I think this works out. But if they don't, it still is fine. Okay, they don't. So I could have went for a Jet Punch Terra Blast, but I think I still win this position. I think Wave Crash KOs. Come on. This is rain boosted 165 attack. Goodbye, Arcanine. Goodbye. I wonder who they're talking with Rotom, though, because they don't pick up a knockout into the... if they went for the Extreme Speed and a Terra Blast, I think it's still a really awful position for them. They do Thunderbolt the Palafin. Okay. Coming down to Drednaw versus Rotom. Now, I am burned. They are at +2. They have the rain. I actually have no idea. Drednaw doesn't have the best bulk in the world. This is probably protect to stall out of rain and get a Willis chip off. So I'm still Terra Blasting because it's 2 shots, and I don't know if Rock Slide into Terra Blast actually KOs the Rotom Wash here. So they protect to stall a turn of actually, yeah, to get the burn chip. The burn chip, yeah. Burn chip I think is more important for them than stalling out rain. Although was that the last one of rain? They could have went for the Hydro Pump. No, I was confirmed Terra. It also could come down to speed tiers. This Terra Blast is not KOing the Rotom, I'm pretty sure, because of the burn from earlier. So can we get a knockout? A crit would be nice, but it really comes down to, I think, who's faster. Also, how much damage. Oh, that is nowhere near enough. Citrus Berry. I might need a Rock Slide flinch too, or a crit. That did way less than I was hoping for. Thunderbolt gonna come out. No Hydro Pump. Oh, that did so much. Okay, it's over. It's over. Okay. I probably should have tried. I mean, covering the Wisp option on Dragapult, I wasn't sure if that was Wisp. But yeah, the early Terra was pretty bad on my part. Letting this thing get burned was not great. I think probably Hydreigon. But they made a really smart play with the E-Speed Terra Normal on the Arcanine. I completely forgot to consider that option. So they ended up getting more value of their Terra from me and making some really smart plays overall right here. And kind of let that one slip away a bit right there. But, oh, man. I guess I should have just Jet... Actually, I don't even know. Jet Punch plus Terra Blast would have knocked out the Rotom too. So, oh, I have to consider that. I have to look back and consider that. I have to look back at the game. A quick look back at the games of what we did well and what could have been improved. The first game, a rough start. Breaking through the Meowscarada was hard, and I was able to at least position offensively with both rain users against the Dondozo. However, didn't really respect the Tatsugiri endgame, as that could have been very troubling with the Draco Meteor and Clear Smog removing the Draco Meteor boost. And with a paralyzed Amoonguss was not fun. But the Dondozo knocked out into Spore Pin saved me from a potentially scary position. Leading the Pelipper might have been more ideal in this game to pressure the Meowscarada. The second game went ideal with the perfect turn of catching the surprise knockout into Rotom, but I might have been able to position better by bringing in the Goldango earlier, especially on the first turn instead of the Pelipper, as Terra Normal Dragonite was pretty scary to deal with the extreme speed, and I would have lost resources immediately. Finally, game 3 went downhill after a miserable turn 1 with an early Terra. Switching into Hydreigon for Drednaw might have put me in a much better position. The game was still winnable, however, but the biggest mistake I felt like I made throughout that match was protecting the Drednaw, fearing the Arcanine, since extreme speed was not enough to knock out the Drednaw, and I was really worried that this would pick up the knockout with the Life Orb recoil that I had on Drednaw, and I lost my Palafin that turn. I could have went for the Terra Blast double up into Rotom Wash with the Wave Crash, which might have had a chance to pick up the knockout on Rotom, or maybe just gave me a better out in the 1v1 with Rotom versus Drednaw, with Rotom taking a bit more extra damage from the Terra Blast and giving me a crit out or the Rock Slide flinch chance once again. When I first started using this team, I was very surprised with how well Drednaw does. The Terra Grass, great option against bulky water types like the Rotom Wash, for instance, and getting around Amoonguss Rage Power so you can still hit things with very strong liquidations, ignoring the Amoonguss. And the Palafin was really strong as well. The Jet Punches, of course, really do hurt, and the Wave Crash does so much damage. But if you do want to check out Ryota and the details of the team, down below in the description, you can grab the rental code that is currently on your screen, and you could subscribe to the channel for more VGC content. And why not check out the previous episode where I did use a rank 1 Annihilate team that went absolutely nuts.